When you start realizing where you place your attention is where you place your energy, and the stronger the emotion you feel when you get angry, the more you're going to pay attention to that person. You're giving your power to that person. You're giving your life force to that person because that's where your attention is. One of my greatest moments of my day is when I get the story, when a team leader sends me a testimony from somebody, and a person was depressed and suicidal and, really ready to end their life, and all of a sudden they're a completely different person. They are completely different, or they're very sick and all of a sudden they're healthy, or they get the most amazing job opportunity, and you can see the authenticity as a result of that. Now, why is that so significant? Not only is it significant for the people who are watching and observing it, but that person now, the feeling of that experience causes them to understand that the very feeling of their experience that they're having from a real life event, the emotion, the end product of that experience, that is an unbelievable humility and joy and gratitude and love for life and love for people. It's going to be easier for them to create that emotion for their next creation. And all of a sudden, the next creation is going to create even a greater emotion, even more love. And then here we go. They're going to be able to create even better because they're able to live in that emotional state a little bit longer. So we see then that people all of a sudden, as they begin to make these very significant changes, the side effect of all those changes is that they want less. Why? Because imagine there's so much coherence in your brain, so much wholeness in your brain, so much coherence in your heart, so much wholeness in your heart. You feel so whole that you no longer want anything, because how could you want when you're whole? You only want when you're in lack. And now when you're creating from wholeness instead of separation or duality, wow, the effect of that is that you only want to contribute to the world now. You only want to make a difference. You feel like your needs are met. You feel like there's not a whole lot of things that you want, that you feel so amazing. The only thing you want to do is give. You want to contribute. You want to make a difference. Now, we're back to the consciousness of how human beings are when they're a living organism, a species that are evolving as one organism, that is educated, that's informed, that's healing one another, that's shining for one another so others could shine, not to outshine them, but to show them how to shine. Now, all of a sudden, you have something very collaborative, something very unique happening, and that's my hope. Well, think about this. That's absolutely the right answer. Imagine understanding the science of creation. Now, as I said, it takes a lot of practice, takes a lot of information. We don't go for the whole enchilada. We teach people methodically, step by step, on how to build. On every day, they build a little bit more, they build a little bit more, they get a little bit better. Imagine that you do that to such a degree that you understand how to do it all the time. Now, you're not going to sit down to do the work and be like, oh God, I got to go create now. You're going to be pretty inspired. to create. You're gonna enjoy it. It's going to be something that you look forward to. And that's kind of the thing that I'm proud of when it comes to our community, because we're doers. And people do the work every day because they want the magic to be sustained. They want it to continue. And so it's no longer an obligation. It's no longer a need to do it to please God, to do the right thing, to be good, whatever people do it for. This is because they want to keep that kind of crazy world happening. And if you're in the belief system unconsciously that you're a body local in space and time and three-dimensional reality, and you're trying to reach your goals and create your vision and do all this stuff, and you're a body, matter trying to change matter, then you have to drag your body through space every single day to get what you want, back and forth to work, whatever. And it's going to take you time to finally get your goals. That may take you a couple years. Well, that's because you have to think that I have to move my body to go get what I want. So then I got to compete. I got to force. I got to fight for it. I got to control it. I got to manipulate. I got to figure it out. Well, that's what you do with the limited resources when you're a body local in space and time trying to create something else local in space and time. Well, if you're matter trying to create matter, then you got to do stuff to make it happen. You know, get the skills, get all the different things. Well, now you got to lay down that very thing you used your whole life to get what you want and relearn another way to do it. So then when you start realizing where you place your attention is where you place your energy, and the stronger the emotion you feel when you get angry, the more you're going to pay attention to that person. You're giving your power to that person. You're giving your life force to that person because that's where your attention is. Well, when you learn how to lower the volume to that emotion, you take your attention off that person. You begin to break your energetic bond with that person. You call energy back to you. Now you have energy to heal. You're building your own electromagnetic field. Now, when you understand the science of creation and you understand it happens in the generous present moment, and you're practicing every single day on how to be present, you're not going to start creating until you know that you're beyond yourself and you're creating in the present moment. You know when you're there and when you're not. And you're creating by changing your energy. And you understand when there's a vibrational match between your energy and some potential in the quantum field, you no longer have to go anywhere to get it. You are the magnet. You're drawing the experience. You're collapsing time and space, or experiences are coming to you. You understand the science behind that. I guarantee you that you won't be rushing and competing to get anywhere. Everybody else will be rushing and competing. You'll be doing just the opposite. You'll just be in the present. Changing your energy, understanding that there's a better way to do it. Now, this is where it gets exciting.
Things will come to me.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you start figuring that out. So in traffic, you have two options. You can get frustrated or impatient, or you could be like, well, it was a good time to tune into my future. I'm going to do it with my eyes open. I'm going to fall in love with my future. I'm going to open my heart. And the side effect of that is starting to see those changes. Every day you're drawing a little closer. Now here's the cool part. We hear stories like this. We have coherence healing groups. We have people that understand that if you can begin to change the patterns in the field, you can change matter. It's not matter that emits the field. It's the field that creates matter. If you change the field, you change matter. You don't change the tumor. You change the pattern in the field, and the hologram of the tumor changes. So we go an extensive understanding on this. And now we're doing these coherence healings, and we're seeing people have instantaneous changes in their health. I mean, instantaneous. And so now this group of people say, well, God, if I'm truly in the quantum field, there's no separation. I don't actually have to have the person in front of me that we're healing. I just need a picture or a coordinate, and my thought will connect me to them because there's no separation. I'm connected to everything in the unified field. The unified field, the invisible field of energy that connects everything material. If I get there, then I don't need to be in the presence of that person. So we have hundreds of people doing these coherence groups, these co-heal groups. And here's a lady that they do them at breakfast and lunch. They call them the Hallelujah Amens. And if there's a child that has leukemia or Hodgkin's, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, if there's someone who has a serious health condition, they work with 3 songs at breakfast. They do 1 person per song, so they do 3 people in the morning, and then they do 3 people at lunch. Well, lady's driving down the road, and she realizes it's time for the co-heal session. She pulls over on the side of the road in a neighborhood. She turns her music up. She gets right into it. Next thing you know, she gets a knock on the window, and it's a police officer. And the police officer asks her to roll the window down and says, what are you doing? You know, we're getting calls from the neighbors. They think, are you sick? Is something wrong? Is it an emergency? And more importantly, they're wondering, there's children around here, if you're safe. And she said, no. We do this coherence healing thing, and I was just tuning in to the people, and she's got the music blasting. And he leans over to look into the car, and when he leans over, he jumps back. And he looks at her, and he said, what just happened? She said, what do you mean? He said, the pain in my back just went away. I don't have, he goes, I was in a lot of pain. I don't have any pain at all. And she said, oh, you were healed into wholeness with love. And she gave him the wink and rolled the window up and took off. Now that's the side effect of what could happen in a change of energy. He had direct experience of it. She did nothing. He just entered a coherent field. So you start seeing these unusual things happening.
Yeah.
They're becoming the new normal and having an effect. Like, that's how powerful you are. That's how powerful that lady is. She can't wipe the smile off her face, and the police officer's walking around going, oh, you're not going to believe this. You know, what's happening? Footprint in consciousness. Somebody heals from a health condition, MS, lays a footprint. Someone heals from a rare genetic disorder, footprint. Someone heals from a brain tumor, footprint. Someone heals from Graves' disease, footprint. Someone heals from Hashimoto's syndrome, footprint. Now you have these footprints in consciousness that are literally patterns in the field that are more readily available that people can access. At the same time, you have that 3-dimensional experience of the evidence sitting right in front of you. You see it right in front of you. That person's scans show that they're completely better. Now you have evidence in 3-dimensional reality. You have evidence in the field. There's a footprint there people can step into. Now, what happens is it becomes that collective 4-minute mile thing. Like, we're broken through the 4-minute mile. Now everybody's starting to do it. There's a change in consciousness. That's becoming what's making it so exciting, that people want to be a part of that. They want to be a part of that community.
The secret to unlock the full potential of your mind is to enter the present moment and create from it. As Joe Dispenza explains, we have to focus our mind in the present moment. We already have to be the person we want to be. We already need to possess all the things we wanted. And we already need to be healthy man or woman. You can only enter that picture from the present moment, and you need to feel it, with all your body and with all your soul. By doing this day by day, you will be able to stay in the present moment longer every day. Your life will improve in every way possible, and you will see how powerful your mind is. Is it possible not to love Joe Dispenza and his teachings? What do you think about this? Is this doable for you? Share your thoughts with us all in the comments below. Subscribe for more Joe Dispenza videos and even join our channel. Stay good and have a great day.